Hello. We made these chairs out of cheap 2x4s. They're porch chairs. Now our porch has this sweet couch for our guests to sit on. Or individual chairs if your guests don't like each other. We built these 4 chairs to be simple, cheap, and lightweight enough that you can push them around the porch wherever you need them. But they also have a superpower. You can combine these chairs to form a super chair.
Let's eat!
Unfortunately, it's not a giant anime robot, but it is a super comfy couch, and look, it's got these trays that flip up so you can put your plate and drink down. And the whole thing is built from 2x4s, which is about the cheapest lumber you can get, unless you steal something. And it's all straight cuts and easy construction, no frills, simple, because we are not fancy people. To start, get yourself a whole bunch of 2x4s. The cut list for this project is down in the description, but we'll also discuss it as we go along. I used 12 2x4s to build my 4 chairs, but I also used some pieces of scrap and so forth. Your mileage may vary, but no matter what, you're going to cut a whole lot of pieces of 2x4 like this. We used a pocket hole jig to cut pocket holes in our 2x4 pieces because we have the pocket hole jig and we love it. But if you don't have a pocket hole jig, no big deal, you can drive your screws straight through the wood. This is a simple project, there's all kinds of ways to do it right. But one thing you are going to have to do is sand everything. 2x4s are cheap wood, so you're going to have to sand the wood and the edges to make them presentable. This is furniture after all. Again, the full cut list is below, but we're going to show it to you again here. This is the chair cut list. Cut these pieces to make the structure for the chair. You're going to cut slats later to hold everything up, but we'll talk about that later. For now, cut these pieces, sand them, and put the screw holes in if you've got a pocket hole jig. If not, you're good to go either way. That's this section here, the 2 front legs and the cross piece. We're going to build this. The screws are enough, but we like to glue and screw things because we can and because we really don't know how much wear and tear these chairs are going to get, so we overbuild. Next, we're going to build the back leg and the piece that holds you up, so you don't fall on the floor. Just make sure you put the cross piece 12.5 inches up the leg so that it matches the leg in front. We want this to be level. Now we got to attach this to this. It's kind of awkward. After I built this first chair, I realized I could have just laid this thing on the floor and not used that clamp and try to balance everything. But no, I did it the awkward way this time because I, didn't plan it out. So learn from my mistake and don't do it this way. Lay it on its side. So much easier that way. Either way, you're going to end up with a box for the chair base. Now, a lot of these modular seats that you see online have the seat being 25 inches by 25 inches, because that's the side of the cushion, and then it goes straight at the back. Well, what that does is it makes the cushion stand straight up. Now, you may practice good posture on your back porch. I go there to relax. So this is what we did. We extended this by 1.5 inches, so it's a little longer, and we put the back braces here, and then we inset this top brace back. That gives us 3 inches for the cushion to lay back. That's actually a pretty good bit of incline, and it makes this very comfortable to sit on. You can actually lean back and enjoy your back porch instead of acting like you're all formal, which we don't do here. These 2 25-inch 2x4s brace the back of the chair and also keep the cushion from sliding back so that your back cushion can recline. And the sideways top brace does the same thing. It's all about reclining. So now we got a complete chair except for the slats, which of course is what you actually sit on. The slats support the cushion. So let's put the slats on. The slats aren't 2x4s, they're 1x3s and they're 25 inches wide. If all you have are 2x4s, that's fine too. You're just going to have a slightly heavier chair that's super strong. Either way, each chair needs 5 slats. I used a spare 25-inch piece of 2x4 as a spacer for the slats, and I just nailed them down. I could have used screws, but I had a box of nails and they worked just fine. In this case, I'm also putting some glue down because we like to glue and screw, or in this case, glue and nail everything just to make it stronger.
but I'm not done yet.
So now we have 4 of these chairs. They're identical to each other, but we're not building an identical couch. We're making one with armrests and a corner piece. So we're going to take these identical ones, we're going to modify 3 of them to be the ends and that corner piece. But basically, you build this, you got the building blocks to build whatever you need. The chair in the corner needs a back, and it also needs another back because it's going to have 2 cushions because it's in the L shape. So in order to do that, I just built another back. It's just got 2 more of the vertical supports and the top support just like this one, and instead of 2 of these 24-inch pieces, I put 3. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it right here. And it'll give us that L-shaped piece that we need.
You only have to build one of these corner back pieces, but it's the secret to making your L-shaped couch. This is essentially another chair back with 1 extra piece to attach it to the chair that you just built. It's going to give you a chair with 2 backs, which will form the L shape in your couch, but it's also a really good chair just to sit sideways in. Next is the armrests. There's going to be 1 of these on each side, so 2 different chairs are going to be used since they won't be the L shape. These armrests are going to support the fold-up trays later, so they're built kind of strong since they're going to hold that weight. And this is the part of your chairs that are most likely to get hit by people walking by with their knees or whatever, so I'm going to build them strong so they'll hold up. And if you don't already have one, this armrest right here is a really good excuse to get a pocket hole jig. Just saying. These armrest measurements are down below, but remember, you've got to make 2 of these because there's a left and right side of your couch. Just 3 pieces of wood, a 30-inch for the armrest itself and 2 24-inch supports. Pocket hole jig or not, once these armrests are installed, you'll have a true couch. You'll be able to relax in comfort. Now, we paint. Glad that's over. They look pretty good. Now it's time to add the feet to the bottom of these so we can scoot them around the porch without tearing them up.
We made these side shelves that fold up whenever you need them to put food on or whatever else so that you don't have to have your food in your lap. And you can fold them down when you want to declutter. Or if you have dinner guests around that you want to inconvenience so they'll leave, you just put the shelf down.
As you do with the armrests, make as many of these as you want. I assume you'll want 2. You might want 1. Whatever you want. Again, this is all 2x4s except there's 2 exceptions. This one you're going to cut in half so that it's only half a width of the 2x4. And this one you're going to just use a board because it doesn't need to be a 2x4.
We recently redid our kitchen and had new tile put in here and a couple other places in the house. Actually, I didn't do anything because I'm terrible at this sort of thing. Some really wonderful people came in here and did it, and many thanks. But we had some extra tile left over. Now we're looking for something to make shelves for these porch chairs. And I've got a whole stack of this stuff in the garage, which means it's cheap, it's durable, it's what we need, it's waterproof. So why not use this stuff for the side shelves?
And that's exactly what we did. 2 scrap tiles give us a shelf of 1 foot by 2 feet. This gives us a support structure underneath the tiles that's relatively lightweight, and it's also strong enough to hold whatever you put on top of the tiles. The tabs on the top are what we're going to attach the hinges to. And it's all glued and screwed for the reasons we've talked about before. Then the underside is painted to match the rest of the chair. After the paint dries, the shelf is flipped over, I kick the camera, and then apply some liquid nails to hold the 2 tiles down. Then 2 hinges are attached to the bottom of the shelf. These will interface with that thin strip that we cut earlier that will fit underneath the armrest. See how it works? And here it is in practice, screwed to the bottom of the armrest with the board that swings out underneath. I added a small strip of wood to hold this level. And here's the extended shelf working as designed.
So there it is. Those are our 4 chairs that combine into a super chair. To be honest, I really built this for one reason. I like to sit like this on the couch. I mean, who doesn't? This is the right way to do it, right? This is the first of several projects that we're going to be doing. We're going to build a couple of easy chairs and a coffee table out here and some other things. So I'll be sprinkling those in the future. But we're going to build them out of 2x4s and make them super easy to put together so you can do the same sort of thing. Thanks to our patrons for helping us out and supporting us. We really appreciate everything that you do. In fact, it was a conversation with one of our patrons that convinced me to move forward with this side shelf. I wasn't originally going to put it on these, and thanks for that conversation. I think it's going to work out great. We build all kinds of stuff here. Sometimes it's electronics, sometimes it's shop stuff, sometimes it's furniture. This is happy furniture. This is comfy furniture. This is the sort of thing that we come and sit on when the working day is over and it's time to relax. But if you want to see more stuff like this, please like this, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell so you won't miss any updates because we do them regularly, and check out our other stuff. We got some cool stuff to see. But that's all I got for today. I'll see you next time.